how you think it's affected you? Like when I say like coal industry, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Well, around here, first thing you think of is jobs.
Jobs. Yeah.
Because really, ain't nothing here that pays decent other than coal mining.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, we had a Walmart, but it packed up and shipped out about 2 years ago.
I think we read about that,
Now,
didn't we?
there ain't nothing. I mean, I think right now this is the most impoverished county in the whole country.
Yeah. We went through what was it, Jenkins?
Jenkins Jones.
Jenkins Jones, and it was pitiful. The houses weren't burnt down. There was a few abandoned buildings there. It was pretty rough.
Because this whole county was built around the turn of the century, around 1910, right after World War One.
Yeah. There was Charles had some pictures he showed us, and it showed all the where the coal went through on the kind of trestle looking things, like the bridges. But I guess, so you say jobs is the first thing you think of. Is it kind of a love-hate relationship though?
Yes, it is,
Yeah.
because I mean, yeah, you can make tremendous amount of money with no skill at all, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a high school diploma, but shoot, if you ain't even got a high school diploma, but if you know somebody that can get you on, you got a job. And then how many jobs you can get right out of high school with no training or nothing? It's gonna pay you $60,000-$70,000 a year.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I mean, while you're working, it's good, but the way it is anymore, it's so up and down. I mean, you may get to work a month, 6 months, you may get to work 5 years.
It's just inconsistent.
It's inconsistent, and then you're laid off, and then now you can only ride unemployment for 6 months. And which now they're starting to do this retraining stuff through the workforce, like other fields and all that. See, that's what I've been doing. I went and got my Class A CDL through the
Yeah.
workforce
The drive truck. Yeah.
down there at Westport Alliance.
Yeah, we were talking to Charles and Carol. They said there weren't many jobs around here at all.
There's not really. I mean, if you want to be a police officer, I mean, there's law enforcement jobs. They can't keep no law enforcement, but other than that, that's it. Unless you want to, branch out to Mercer County or then the health field, they always hire nurses. But other than that, that's it.
Yeah, but there's no kind of in the middle jobs. You're either really good jobs like a nurse or a doctor, or you just
Yeah,
you're
or
unemployed.
you're on welfare.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
Have you noticed that maybe the animals have been coming in town more because they're trying to get away from the strip mining environment?
Yeah, hunting has been really bad here lately because where they put that strip job on top of Elkhorn Mountain right there, used to, I mean, that was whitetail country up in there. But, blasting and equipment and all that's got them running down and coming places they shouldn't be.
Yeah,
And they're really spread out and run off like.
yeah, because they said that the environment down here is, I mean, it's just the animals have been coming in so much closer to the houses and everything.
And bears too, like in the
Yeah.
summertime, they're always down here in the trash looking for food, and which it's like I said, if the little animals are running, the big ones
Yeah,
are
they're
trying to
chasing
eat
them.
them or
Yeah.
chasing them. Yeah, so they're definitely getting displaced and all
Yeah.
that.
So have you ever worked in the coal mine? Because she said her brother, and you're her brother?
Well, I'm her nephew.
Oh, you're-
but
that's right.
I did for a little while after
Yeah.
high school. I worked on a strip job over here in Red Fox, which is about 30 minutes from here, over on the Tazewell and McDowell County line right there.
What did you do there? What was your job?
Well, I done a little bit of everything. Sometimes I done security when things got really laid off and slacked up. I mean, just to sit there basically, make sure nobody steals nothing. That's a really bad thing too.
Yeah.
About when coal mines lay off, a lot of your copper thieves and diesel thieves and all that like to come up there and steal stuff. So that's always a constant thing you got to kind of look out for.
Yeah.
But I was up there probably about 6 months or so on and off.
Just doing security?
Well, doing security. Sometimes I've done some plant work.
What does that entail?
Well, when you mine coal, you got to clean it.
Yeah.
You got slate and sludge and something they call it Big Ugly. Basically, what it is, it's mud, slate. It looks kind of like sheetrock, it's like this little gravel that just flakes off and all kinds of stuff, and you got to run that through a big old cleaning plant. They have all these big old hoses, and they wash it down. They run it through these screens.
Yeah. You really have to separate everything. That makes sense.
I mean, it's all pretty much automated, but it's nasty work because some days you go in there and there'll be mud and junk all the way up to your waist, and you got to suck it out these big old pumps, and it's pretty nasty work.
I'd say so. But you said that's what most people do around here. They just go right to the coal mines.
Right to
or
the
if
coal
they work
mine.
here.
Most of the time. But anymore, it ain't really like that because used to, I mean, like I said, you could high school, so you graduate, you got a job.
Yeah.
But now, ever since all that overregulation during the Obama administration, all that EPA stuff, and then the GDP in China dropped down to single digits, and most of our coal we sell to China. I mean, yeah, they make their own over there, but they like to buy ours because it burns hotter.
Do you think the regulations are going to change pretty soon? Or do you think President Trump's has any effect on that, or will change it?
Well, I think right now they're just running off of speculation.
They don't really know what's going on.
Not really know what's going on because once he got elected, I mean, he talked like he was going to change everything, bring it back to the way it was. And so far, I mean, things have been going good. I mean, they've hired like 300-400 people back, and all that. I mean, they're getting to work good. I mean, they're working 6-7 days a week up there.
Yeah.
But right now, it's just speculation. So I guess probably next year or so, we'll really see if it's going to change or not.
Yeah. I guess that's it. Do we have anything
Did you
else?
notice anything about like how the water quality was?
Oh yeah.
Like before
Like,
and
do you
after
guys
the
drink the
Obama
water here in
administration?
town?
Well, we don't get city water. We have a well. So all our water comes from the ground, which our water's, it ain't never really been the best, but I mean, it is safe. Like I said, it comes from the ground. But some people that run on city water, sometimes there's a shortage. Sometimes water will, pumps will mess up and all that, which they do come. The coal company usually does pretty good about taking care of people. I will give them that.
Think so?
Because every year they send I don't necessarily know what it's called, but it's kind of like an insurance claimant, how they come around, and what they'll do is they'll talk to us and, has your house been affected any by blast?
Like a census?
Like a census,
Yeah.
kind of like, and they'll look over everything, is your house still good, no foundation, and they'll give you these forms you look over and sign them and all that, and then even when in the wintertime, when it snows real bad, the coal company, they'll scrape the road before the state road will.
Really?
Yeah, they really will. Or if a tree's blocked down, the coal company will be out there cleaning it up before state road even starts the truck up. So, I mean, I'll give them that. I mean, they do fairly well out trying to take care of the community and stuff.
Yeah. What would you say something you wish that they would change or that they would do differently?
Well, like the coal companies,
Yeah. Like the industry in general.
well, I think that they need to kind of abolish that good old boy system.
What's that?
Well, basically, how it works is they're so finicky about hiring new miners anymore. They really won't hire a red cap. They want a black hat, which is somebody that's had at least 6 months experience in coal mining. And the thing about that is most of your black hats are on the verge of retirement as it is. And so, I mean, you got to kind of basically buddy up to somebody to get a job. And I just don't believe that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, because like I said, I mean, if you're able to work, you're competent enough to work, you can pass a drug test, you should be able to get a job the way I see it.
Yeah.
And I believe, that may be one of the reasons why it's kind of declined, because the workforce has declined. Because instead of hiring new people, they're basically just recycling the same old miners. You got laid off from this job, well, let's put him over here at this one, and eventually you're going to retire.
Yeah.
And then where's your workforce? You ain't got one, because they won't hire nobody new.
How long has that system been a part of the industry?
Probably a good past 10 years, I'd say. Because they used to, like back in the 60s and 70s and stuff, you could get a job pretty easy. Even if you didn't know nobody, you just went down there and kind of aggravated a foreman long enough, and he'd hire you.
Yeah.
Now, they like it. Now, like I said, if you don't know nobody, get your foot in the door.
You have to know somebody.
You have to know somebody. You ain't getting a job.
Yeah. It's kind of like you have to have money to make money kind of thing.
Exactly.
You have to know somebody to get in.
Exactly. That's what I call it the good old boy system. Because you ain't a good old boy and we don't know you, you ain't getting a job.